What is up? Welcome to episode 2 of reviewing your tattoos or looking at them or whatever. So initially this was a TikTok video and I said, leave your Instagram tag or handle in the comments if you want to be a part of this. Same thing goes for you now on YouTube. If you want me to check out your tattoos or you have a question for me that relates to tattooing or not, leave it in the comments. So the next time I film one of these, I will be looking at the YouTube comments from episode 1 and episode 2. All right, let's get into it. First up, we have Drippy Pony. They also left a comment that says, be gentle, JK, I need direction. So we will check this out and we will be gentle. You know what I mean? We're just here to check stuff out. And if you watched episode 1, well, this is a great start to episode 2. So Drippy Pony, trust me, I don't see a lot of tearing apart that's going to happen here, but I do love that I don't know which to pick. Considering the crystal stuff, I don't know jack about doing those. I'm going to look at a different tattoo besides this having way too much glare. Okay, so I'm going to look at this tattoo. And right out the gate, what I can tell you is if you're looking at these lines, these are looking overworked. These are looking like these are going to scar up. I don't know. This must be like semi-healed, which is why we can actually tell that. So yeah, a little beat up here, moving too slow for your voltage, possibly even going too deep. Although you're probably not going too deep because I'm not seeing any blowouts. So on that note, that's great. No blowouts is great. I would rather have a beat up line, like a little bit of an overworked line, than a blowout. And I like this design. This is cool. I can't tell what part of the body that's on exactly. I'm wondering, like, the positioning of it seems a little, I don't know. You know what I mean? I think if I was to do this tattoo and it was in this spot though, I would try to add some stuff here to fill these other areas, but I don't think that that is a bad tattoo. Let's look at this. Yeah, this is a massive step up. This tattoo looks great. This is sick. You should be proud of yourself. January 2025. Anyway, I guess I'm not going to like drag too hard on this because this doesn't look as recent as these other tattoos because the line work is much better on these. Clearly, you've gotten over that. These are beautiful. You should be proud. I think these tattoos look great. You saying be gentle, I don't think I need to be gentle because you're doing great. The next comment says, this is super awesome, but I'm not ready to share yet until I learn more. That's cool. I appreciate you being here. Next up, Tats by Liam. Oh, come on, dude. What are you playing with me? You're just going to come on here and produce absolutely stunning, done to perfection traditional tattoos. You guys, this is the goal. If you're putting out work like this, if you're putting out work this clean and you're doing traditional stuff, love it, dude. Where are you at? Ohio. All right, y'all. If you're ever in Ohio, Tats by Liam. If you're looking for some super dope American traditional, I don't see anything that I can even comment on as far as constructive criticism in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, these are amazing. Straight killing it. Cool, dude. Thanks so much for leaving the comment. On to the next. Oliver J. Tattoo. Which one? Which one? See, this is crazy. If this is the person who's leaving a comment on my video, American traditional, normie tattoo artist, and they're putting out work like this, gosh dang crazy to me. These are stunning. Like, this is just beautiful work. You know what I mean? Oliver, if this is you, this guy has a backwards cap. Oliver.J Tattoo. This is you. This is you. Stunning work. Absolutely stunning. Wow. I would wear this. I would absolutely wear this. So sick. So sick. All right, man. Yeah. I don't know how many times I can say how sick the tattoos are, but absolutely beautiful work, man. Someone wants to be reviewed. They're only on TikTok. Let's see if I can pull this up. Holy Jesus. Yeah, we're pulling this up. What is going on here? This person, how long has this person been tattooing? Yo. Yeah, the comments, pure talent. This is, I mean, dude, have you been tattooing for a while? I don't know your name. You have like a cross as your name, but, or some sort of emoji of some sort. But if anything, you should be reviewing my work, even though we do completely opposite styles of tattooing. That is just, it's pretty beautiful work, man. You should be really proud. It's from 2024. Anyways, crazy, dude. Names is Alex Rxiz. Too old to be risen. I definitely ain't got no riz. Okay, on to the next. Thank you so much for being here, my guy. Your work is pretty, it makes me feel horrible about my tattoos. You are killing it. So, seriously, it's like, it's rude of you. It's borderline rude of you to be up here sharing that type of work. You have 2 tattoos posted. It almost doesn't even look like a real account, but I'm going to trust you because I have no reason not to. All right. Anyway, eye candy is in hell. Eye candy is in hell. Okay. Oh, dang it. I can send some photos there. So, eye candy is in hell. If you are seeing this, please leave a comment down below. I don't see any tattoos here, nor in your highlights, but holler at me if you want to be in the next video or something, because I'm just not seeing any tattoos to actually check out there. So, moving on to Ethan Tattoos. All right, Ethan Tattoos, where are you from? I can't read. Nashville, Tennessee. We got Nashville, Tennessee up in the house. Yo, how can I see this closer? This is the problem I ran into last time. Oh my God. You guys, no. I haven't been watching my stream, so now I'm wondering if, yo, the whole stream's been goofed up like that. Like, do I have to do this? Oh, yo, I'm so sorry. I don't even know if we've been able to see the tattoos so far. There you go. There you go. This is me, you guys. It's pathetic. Starting over. I'm starting over, okay? I thought you could see the tattoos. Clearly you couldn't. We need to check one of these out to, like, actually look at it. I'm going to pick something that looks like something I could actually... Yo, sometimes I'm just kind of at a loss for words. One, I don't do, like, portraits like this. Something doesn't look totally right with this. But again, I don't do portraits. So I really can't speak to it. I'm kind of like, show me some, yeah, like this or this. Let's look at this one. Okay. Now you guys can see it. I will say straight out the gate, shading's looking a little rough. It doesn't look like you're taking your time there possibly. This just looks really rough. I don't know if you are going for a gray wash look, but you know, just this line's the border of this line. They're kind of like cut in, you know, they're like blocked in with a mag. It's not obviously not lined, you know what I'm saying? But it's just not smooth there. I mean, the water actually looks like pretty decent down here, which I know it's like, this is going to be frustrating. You can see the water a little bit there. But yeah, I think the shading just doesn't look that smooth. This glare coming off of here, this part like looks maybe a little overworked. I'm not totally sure. You know, sometimes it's really hard just with a photo too, because maybe I'll compare something else to that. Let's look at this. The base of this design, there's just white patches here. See, these areas keep looking like chewed up to me a little bit, like here and here. Like you might be overworking putting in that black, although this doesn't look chewed up, but it also doesn't look fully saturated. Looks like some holidays and some stuff in there. And a lot of the lines just aren't, you know, perfect. And that's fine. It's like, this is like a really hard tattoo, actually. I feel like people think, oh, this is an easy tattoo because it's simple. No, usually the simpler tattoos are like way harder. I'll give you an example. See how this tattoo just like looks better? Because there's so much detail that when you goof up little lines and stuff, it's way less noticeable. This can be more like, I mean, scratched in, for lack of a better term. You have so many different styles, I don't really know what else to say. Like, some of these tattoos look pretty good, you know? I just think I'm really struggling with some of this shading for the most part, where it just looks like kind of choppy. If that's what you're going for, by all means, that's cool. Like, if you know me, you know I love rakes and I love like big dirty rakes and stuff. But, you know, it just looks choppy, like in this area here. Oh, of course you can't see it. I don't know what's going on here. This is super annoying. It's like, what can I possibly do here to make this more visible? Anyway, I'm just going to pick this one. There's too many designs here. It's kind of hard to tell. And honestly, this is like pretty clean tattooing. Like the lines down here on the arrowheads, they're great. They're like nice and clean. The lines on the arrows are clean. Like, this is a hard, long, perfect line to make look like you did in one pull for sure. I mean, I see, like, you can barely tell, like, a teeny bit, but I mean, pretty solid fundamentals down as far as tattooing goes. I think it's the same thing can be said about basically everyone. Is just keep practicing, because clearly you're getting there. I think you doing all these different styles, like, if it was me, I feel like it would be hindering me from getting really good at just one style, but, you know, you do you, my guy. Like, the tattoos do not look bad by any means. All right, next up, Sweet Pain Ink. Let's see what's going on over here. Okay, I don't know exactly what to pick because, you know, like, some of this isn't my... Okay, I'm going to pick this because I feel like... Okay, firstly, the first thing I see in this is going to be something you can't see because of the layout of this. Are you serious? Okay. I seem to have fixed it, I think, for now, where when the photo comes, it comes up centered on my actual stream output. Okay, first things that I noticed with this, obviously, probably you noticed this, is this line down here on the bottom. Sorry, I'm getting thrown off because I can't see my cursor. I think it's because I'm sharing my window this time instead of my Mac screen. And there must be a way to, like, you know, show your cursor. Whatever. You can't see my mouse. But first and foremost, the lines at the bottom here, I'm not seeing them connect with the pointy things that come off the collar. I don't even know what that's called. But lines aren't connecting. There's just a hole here at the bottom. And then the line next to that on the center pokey thing is like doubled up and all kind of brutal. I think slowing down and paying more attention to detail is super key for areas like that. And then as far as like the shading and stuff goes, I can't tell if it's because of the glare, which I'm kind of assuming it is, but it looks just like it's not fully saturated. Like, you may have moved a little too fast for it to be like actually black there. But again, hard to tell with certain lighting like that. But then when we look at this other piece, your lines are connecting. There's no lines doubled up. This looks way like you took a little more time and you were a little attentive to detail. I will say the same thing though. Like, where there's blacks, quote unquote, they're not really black. I think this sits a little flat because of that. I think seeing some actual full black pigment in any of the areas of the tattoo that should be black would be cool. But if your goal was to use the gray wash and this is the look you were going for, then heck yeah, you know, who am I to judge? I like a little more contrast in my pieces, or in my tattoos in general. Okay, on to the next. Okay, Arizona tattoo artist. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, coming in with some bangers. You want to talk about clean work, you guys? Should we? Should we talk about clean work? This is the epitome of clean work in my personal and humble opinion. I love this tattoo. Everything about this tattoo, super freaking clean, very detailed, taking your time, straight killing it. Amazing work on that tattoo. I mean, really, all these look like really good. So like what I was talking about in the last one, the blacks. Imagine this spider, instead of being black, you can't see my cursor again, but the areas where they're black and they're whipped out, imagine if that black there was just kind of gray and not totally black. You just don't get that gradient. You don't get the contrast. Same thing goes for the web. With all that black in those right places, it just gives it the contrast that it needs, and it gives it the pop. Same with this. If this spider on the outside had the same tones as the skulls on the inside, we would just lose the spider. We would lose the spider altogether, and it would become one sort of flat image where you're searching for what is this exactly. So, Iraymi, hope I'm saying that right, Iraymi, amazing tattoos. Way to go. I really enjoy those. This person is from Detroit, Michigan. Let's check out some tattoos. Let's just go with this one. It looks like we're going to get the stencil and the final and some gel. I'm gonna say they're just not looking that really like clean look that I am looking for a lot of the time. And this goes back to me saying the word scratcher, meaning, you know, not meaning you're a self-taught tattoo artist if you're a scratcher, but that the lines are kind of scratched in there, that they're etched in. And it's really apparent when that happens, kind of like this. I can tell that you just kind of went over this back and forth multiple times. You know, this I try not to be like rude on here and stuff, but I don't know that this one's going to heal that great. I mean, hands are so hard anyway. Like, I hate doing fingers and stuff, so I'm not going to like, you know, sweat you for that. And that's not what I'm here to do. I'm just here to look and then go from there. Okay, so this one looks a little better than the other two. I feel like these lines were kind of pulled in a single pass because they just look a little cleaner. I mean, no guarantee, but all I can say is, okay, see, this one looks way better than the finger one. So we'll just give you the benefit of the doubt and say it was on the finger. It's a super hard spot. But this looks better. Like, there's single passes. There aren't parts of the letters that are heavier in line weight than the others. So, you know, I just think that's something that is really good to focus on. Here's another example in the hat here at the base of the hat, or towards the back end of the hat. I don't know if, you know, that might just be the brim and it's supposed to be like that, but it seems like the lines are kind of doubled up. And in the base, the very bottom of the hat that's resting on the boot, essentially. It's just not like a nice single pass clean line. It just looks like it was kind of scratched in there or etched in there. And that's just a look that, you know, it just doesn't look great in the long term, but it's just something that comes with practice. And the more you practice, I think trying to pull them in single passes rather than sort of etch them in. Okay, and I did everything to fix my camera. No signal. So I have to do that. And it happens at like 30 minutes, and I've already looked it all up. Everything is disabled. There's no reason for it to be doing that. So again, I'm going to ask for your help. If you are out there using a Canon with a capture card and you're running that into Streamlabs and you're having that same issue and you know a solve for it, please let me know in the comments. All right, next up, Los Vida Gallery. All right, let's take a look. We got the classic wipe away coming in, no glove. Let's stop. If you're going to wipe a tattoo that is open without having gloves on, why'd you even wear gloves the whole time? You know what I mean? I will say, putting on a second skin or something where you're not touching and the second skin is sealing it off, there's times when it's kind of like, that's okay, because you're not going to touch under it. But you probably touched this paper towel, you folded it, and now it's on the skin. I highly recommend you don't do that and that you put a fresh pair of gloves on. Okay, we're going to come back to the same dilemma we've been seeing, which is just undersaturation in the blacks. All these blacks in the wing, well, in the whole tattoo, where they're supposed to be super black, they're just not fully packed. My guess is you're just moving too fast. It just looks rough and it looks undersaturated and not quite packed properly. And then, you know, the lines are a little scratchy. I would honestly suggest going up in line weight for a tattoo like this, especially because it is an American traditional eagle, and doing something with a 9 or a little larger, I think would have been a better option. This looks like a pretty small liner. But yeah, that's what I would have done with that one. And I would say, I mean, from my experience, just slowing down and packing that color in and then getting your whips nice and clean out so you get like a little cleaner fade would be something you could work towards. I appreciate you commenting and being here, very much so. Next up, Mason Spears. Mason Spears. Okay, this one has no posts. Try this. I doubt it's this guy. That guy does not look like he loves tattoos very much, I would say. All right, Mason. If you see this, Mason Spears 18 is not showing up in the search. Mason Spears 18. Yeah, all right, dude. If you're seeing this, leave a comment down below. Let me know where I can find you, and we will include you in the next video. Okay, next up, Joaquin Tats. Let's check something out here. Young gun, dude. Young gun. 16 years old. Let's see if we can get a good look at these letters. Hey, man, that looks pretty dang clean. Yeah, dude. Wow. For 16, not gonna lie. Pretty clean pretty clean tattoo there. Let's take one gander at this. Well, I just won't get into this one too much besides, I mean, it's great, dude. I think you should have did it on fake skin because it just, clearly it's not your forte quite yet. You're obviously experimenting with realism, hitting some people with the text, which was super clean. But yeah, like you're doing down here, I would continue to do some of those realism ones on those fake skins. But look, you got to start somewhere and you got to do what you want to do. And I have no idea. This client could be absolutely jazzed on this tattoo, right? And be like super stoked and super happy. And if that's the case, then we all win. You know what I mean? If your client's happy, we all win. As a tattoo artist, you're going to have your off days and you're going to have your good days. You're going to have days when you're happy with your tattoo and you're going to have days when you're not totally happy with your tattoo and your art and stuff. And it's just a blessing and a curse. But I think you're doing great for 16, man. Text is super clean. Keep it up. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Let's see. All right. Next up, we have someone that is 1 month into their tattoo journey. Assuming that is Aspen, 25. And, this is all we got. Okay, tattoo progress in the span of a month. Okay, I can see that it's getting better over the month, which is super cool. Your lines look pretty saturated. Shading needs some work. It's not fully saturated, but I am liking that I'm seeing blacks in there. January 24th, most recent one. Well, let's just take a look at the most recent one, which is that one all the way back to a month ago. I'd say you're on the right track. I feel like you're doing a great job. Keep it up. I love to see that these are all on fake skin. Keep crushing the fake skin practice. And so when you do get to real skin, you absolutely crush it and put some nice tattoos on some people. Abs, thank you for being here. All right, we got Sig, a Portland, Oregon tattoo artist. Again, another artist that I'm quite surprised would like me to take a look at their work because thus far, barely looking through this person is a great artist. Okay, if you're gonna go in there with a 3 round liner, maybe even a tight, and you're gonna pull off tattoos like this, super cool. I think this looks really clean. I don't know how long they really last. You know what I mean? Like tattoos like this, I have no idea. I never gotten any. I probably will never get any. But I would love to see these healed to see what they look like. And to see if they're still there. But look how clean this is. Look how clean this little fine line tattoo is. Yeah, dude, look at those lines. I feel like that looks really great. All in all, obviously crushing it. Like, these are cool tattoos. I think you're doing a great job. Obviously, your application in this style of tattoo in particular is really great. I don't think I could get in here with what is this, like a single needle? Like, that's crazy small. Yeah, I think they look really good. They're super like light, which is something I steer away from as far as like them lasting, the tale of time or whatever the saying is, like actually lasting for 10, 20, 30 years and being able to tell what they are. That's my only thing with tattoos like this. But also I'll say if you're doing them good, then you're doing them good. And that's cool by me, Next up, we have Mamasotas Ink. Okay. Aspiring tattoo artist. We'll just call you Bethany because that is your name. All right, let's take a look at this. Okay. Straight out the gate, I'm not sure. I always talk a little poop on these Medusas because I can't tell what's going on in the snakes. Everything is lost in these snakes, but I don't even think that's the biggest issue. But that is my issue with Medusa tattoos. But what I'm seeing here is this is super scratchy. The line weights between everything's different. If you look at these lines, some of them are basically non-existent. Some of them are way too deep. This has that scratcher. And again, when I say scratcher, I mean etched in. Like not pulling nice clean lines, scratching it in, etching it in the whole way through, which just isn't the technique for nice clean line work. But even when you look at the very bottom, I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be black. And it's just full of holidays. So this is a big tattoo from the looks of it. If this is a knee and that's a big tattoo. And if you're new, I really suggest only doing like palm size tattoos. and getting them perfect before you go jump up to big tattoos, because what really seems to happen in my eyes is that it feels like this tattoo didn't have the fundamentals down, fully locked in to take on such a large tattoo. And it shows in it. And what happens, I believe, is that you rush it. I just think that you start rushing because, you know, you just don't have those fundamentals down, but you're trying to do a big tattoo. And if you're trying to shade a big black area, you're probably going to rush it, and you're just not going to give it the time that it needs to saturate. So I'm going to look at one more just because it's hard to tell with these. These could heal and look just fine. You know what I mean? So again, I'm just going to go out there and say, I'm not trying to bash anyone by doing this either, just so you know. I'm just literally reacting with my gut to these tattoos or comments or questions that people leave. Anyways, thank you so much, Bethany, for sending that over. I apologize for kind of ripping that Medusa, but I mean, anyone can see it, right? Anyone with two eyes can see it. All right, we are moving on to Rogue Ink Leader. Loving the used highlights at the top. I'm going to see the used on their 3-day tour, although I only bought tickets to night 1 and 2. Regardless, what does that matter? Why am I talking about that? No reason. No reason. But let's peep some of these tattoos from Rogue Ink Leader. Quite a few tattoos to pick from. I'm going to go with this. I feel like you're catching my drift onto which tattoos I lean into looking at. And I'm going to pause it. Yeah, cool. Okay, so this is like the perfect tattoo to have in comparison to the last tattoo. Look how readable the snake is, right? Yeah, it's intertwined with itself, etc., but you can read the snake. Look how clean the scales are. Look how clean the lines are of the snake itself, the outline of the snake. Look at the outline of the flower at the top or the skull. And then look at the blacks. Again, this is a great example to really break down a lot of these that we've seen today. Where it's supposed to be black, it should be fully saturated in black without holidays. And I think that Rogue Ink Leader did a great job at this. Yeah, all in all, this is clearly just a much cleaner, more well-executed tattoo, and something that I think it'd be pretty hard to find a client that wouldn't be happy with this tattoo versus another tattoo that just kind of beat up, or the person isn't at the skill level that they need to be doing that tattoo, right? So, all right, so even this tattoo, everything's just really clean. I just feel like lines aren't shaky, multiple line weights. Like, this is obviously a small tattoo. And it's super readable and it's really clean. I think it looks great. I think these look great. Rogue Ink Leader, straight killing it, my guy. Straight killing it. Okie dokie. Next up, we have Instant Beauty. Instant Butte. I think it used to be Beauty. Instant Beauty. Yo, that's kind of crazy because did we not see this tattoo? Yeah, crazy. I think that I saw a different rendition of this tattoo, or they were similar. I can't remember. I mean, we've been on here for like, I don't know. I don't know how long I've been doing this yet, but my neck's telling me it's been a minute. This tattoo's stunning, so I don't know what you would want me to say about that tattoo. Absolutely stunning. Let's see what else we can find on here. Oh, shit. Yo, crazy. All right, let's see what's going on here. Oh, yeah. Okay, so sick. Okay, let's just go ahead and say, clearly this person has a great understanding of technical application of tattoos. Look at the line work. Whether this was blocked in or lined, who knows? Who cares? I doubt it was blocked in. The lines are, or they did block it in and then hit the tight lines at the end, coming off all of those sort of shapes. But this spot is not an easy spot to tattoo. Guaranteed. Look at the wrinkles in the line. Probably a very hard spot to tattoo. It's very curved. It's small. It's probably similar to fingers. Getting these perfect of lines, fitting the body so well, the flow of the body, and just blacking all that out is, let's just say, it's badass. And yeah, I would be super stoked if that was me. Same goes for this. Look at the saturation. It looks absolutely great. I am loving this. Here's something else. Okay, yeah, able to crush fine line. Like, that's crazy. Look at the detail. Not scratched in. Looks beautiful. Yeah, straight killing it. This person is straight killing it. Yo, Instant Beauty. Instant Butte. I know it was Beauty before, so I just keep saying that on accident. Oh, wait. Oh, the Instagram handle is different from your TikTok handle. I see now. All right, well, yo, you're the GOAT. Homies for life. Okay, we are on to our last one. This one is a TikTok again. So let me drag a tab over. Also, Instant Beauty is in Southern California. So if you ever want to check her out and get a tattoo from her, you now know how to find her on Instagram. Okay, last tattoo, you guys, or last comment on the video. Again, if you're here and you want to be a part of this, you want something critiqued, you want me to take a look at your tattoos, they can be on fake skin, they can be on real skin, or you have questions that I never answered that were in comments or DMs. It's really hard to keep up with all those on TikTok. But if you leave them in the comments of this video, episode 2, or in the video of episode 1, that is going to be where I pull usernames, questions, etc. for episode 3. Okay, so without further ado, let's take a look. Okay, that's not a good representation of, I mean, that's their first fake skin, but this one was after that. I'm going to give it to you straight and not in a negative way. We can clearly tell you are very, very new. Looks like you started maybe November of last year, so you only got a couple months under your belt. Keep practicing on fake skins. It's really hard to provide feedback. Anyway, if you're in the position like Tats with Sophie, all you can really do is keep practicing on those fake skins and maybe be tattooing yourself. You're obviously going to see the growth and the change as you do that. Focus on knowledge, because understanding why you're doing something is more so important than why you're actually doing it, right? Having those fundamentals and the understanding of applying tattoos is like my number one piece of advice, I guess, for any new tattoo artists who are in the same position as this person and just learning on fake skins. So anyways, that's all the comments. We finally made it through all the comments in the first TikTok video where I announced that I was going to be doing this series. So anyways, thanks for being here. If you're new and you made it this far, much love.